Hello there, fellow tavern employees. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Tavern Keeper. Episode 5, a stage for performers and an oven for bakers. With some of this extra money, let's buy more ingredients for farm hens, mutton carrots, and breakfast rolls. So we can keep offering the food, because that's what's got us hung up on the 2-star rating. And I may want to hire a second chef. We're going to want a second staff room if we do that, though. So I'm going to want to save up a little bit so that we can afford a second chef. But what I could do is I could expand the kitchen down this way and then move the soup pot there and then put another window in. So we can have 2 working, and I'll add like another grill. So to that end, staff room. Confirm. We'll do a bed and a potbelly stove. That's a pretty cold room. And let's see, is anyone cooks? So you absolutely are horrible at cooking. Horrible cooking, horrible cooking, horrible cooking. All right, I'm going to advertise for help. And here we go. Trenton, you're slowpoke who cannot be bribed, who's messy, but you are a good chef. Hired. Raffle timer's up. And the new guy is going to be our... yeah. Another chef. All right, let's go ahead and expand that kitchen a bit. Move the soup pot. Put in another food window. And ideally a grill if I could fudge it in. There might be some pathing issues here. We'll see if it throws errors. That should help with keeping up with the food orders. Of course, I'm going to go bankrupt tonight, but that's fine. We'll make money tomorrow. Especially from the increased tips. Here comes our food. Boom. And in order to get a 2-star rating, we need to serve 4 more tier 2 patrons. That's it.
We've dipped into the red.
I know. I'm bankrupt. I'm always bankrupt. Ah, the Halflington Post. Arborist, arsonist, apprehended red-handed. What many believe to be a series of unrelated baking accidents was in fact the work of a serial arsonist, a dryad accompanied by a chubby lizard. The destructive duo's crime spree had come to an end thanks to our local Tavern Keeper. Reports of the dryad's dedication to forest safety has moved Halflington's hearts. In that spirit, the mayor has announced that next month will feature the first annual Forest Fire Awareness Festival. Wyland, thank you for the resub. Can't 2 chefs use the same counter? They can use the same counter, but you have a bottleneck of how many tickets can be in one counter, so double the counters will help with the throughput. Also, janitors start janiting, because, ugh, my god. He's dirty. So here, we have mutton stew, and there's 10 servings of it. Tap caught fire. Tap got extinguished. That is probably because it's dirty here. dirty things catch fire. So if we take a look at our flammability risk, let's clean here, 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 to make sure that the risk is mitigated a bit. And we have another group reservation. Is this something I can do? No, because it's at 6 in the morning, you crazy people. I'm not gonna open for you. Alright, let's see if the extra cook helps with throughput. If we don't actually need them, I can always have them double as something else, too. Right, Trenton could be a dog's body, or GMT could be a janitor. Ooh, free halfling table? I'm probably gonna put that in. Alright, so we need more drinks. Stumpfoot Pride going on. And tap room. Small table. Halfling variant. There. Having another dedicated janitor would be a good idea, once I have the money for it. We also have Kellyan, happiness low. Working too much. They don't want to work more than 12 hours. So, let's fix that. Islotus, you are the new chef. Wonder if I can change your name from here. No? Apparently not. So, let's go to the tap room. And we are going to stay closed until 9, so we'll go 9 to 9. Save changes, open the schedule, and everyone will be off work. There. And that should prevent burnout. 2 patrons left early because they didn't get their drinks. So I'll just sort of monitor here. We need more servers, we need more janitors. I mean, there's a lot that we need. I'm doing the best I can, man. Alright, let's get more staff. You'd be a good dedicated dog's body. So I'm gonna do that. And I'll just reroll Swanky. You're the new guy. Alright, opening up the work schedule. Swanky, you're going to be our dedicated dog's body, our barback. Which means that Turtle, you are officially just a Yanitor. And Air Dog, you will be a server. So we have 3 servers, 1 janitor, 1 chef, 1 dog's body. And I might need another janitor. We'll see how this new schedule works. The dedicated people work better in that one thing that they do. So like Turtle being a dedicated janitor will clean at 167% speed, which is like pretty significant. Which is why I'm thinking that might be better than having 2. Having a dedicated one typically helps a lot. And we need 3 more meals served to Tier 2 patrons to hit Tier 2 overall. Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and get... let's just go ahead and get another janitor right now. So you hate janitorial work, not you. You hate darkness and you're clumsy, maybe. You are a decent janitor. As are you. Of the 2, you have no negative or positive traits. You want to sleep in darkness, are slow and clumsy. Alright, we're going to go with Mr. Neutral here. And you are going to be named... Oh, reroll that. Alredos. There. Oh, Alredos. Work schedule for Alredos. And let's also add in a cleaning gear. I'll put it... Come on. There. Which allows us to mop floors if we want, polish the floors. Which is also part of the scheduling. So if I open up the scheduling... Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, Mr. Alredos, I'm going to change your schedule. You are going to work from 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. instead. And then if I go to the tap room and go to your schedule, from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., we are going to polish the floors. Maybe I'll... Whoops. Didn't mean to hit that key. Maybe I'll move the mop bucket over there. We'll see how this works. We'll see how the tinkering has benefited us. I definitely see both of my cooks cooking, so it seems like this is like a good sort of middle ground. I am absolutely going to need more booze, though. How soon are we closed? 2.5 hours? Oh, poopty. Okay. I'm not gonna rush it. It just might be... We might have to be a little lean with our booze. We'll see. Things wind down this time of night, so hopefully we'll be alright. Kellyanne, low happiness. You are unhappy because it's too cold. Who was our dog's body again? That would be... Swanky? No, you are... Oh yeah, you're heading to the... Okay, you got it. So if we take a look at the temperature overlay, want it to be like warmer. So let's get rid of some of these cold spots. I think just that one there will help. Because you want to keep your stock rooms cold, ideally. Like, you don't want them warm because it's bad for spoilage. Although, I'm not really sure in this part of the tutorial spoilage is a thing. But all the same, you don't want it to heat up your beer. And then the other thing you can do is you can bribe them. So I'm going to give a temporary bonus to Kellyanne to make them happier. So we don't have any, like, burnout. Now, Radis, aren't you scheduled to work right now? Oh, did I miss... Yeah, my bad. Get back to work, Alredos. Alright, so now he's tidying up, which is going to be easier to do, you know, when you're closed, I think. Group. 6 a.m. again? What the hell is wrong with you people? Come now. That is an inhumane hour to be doing anything. We should get more carrots, mutton. The beer is about to be delivered, but yeah, let's do another order of carrots and mutton. And farm. I don't think we need farm hens. Or, well, we'll go more breakfast rolls as well because I only have 5, so I'll actually double that. So mutton, carrots, and I'll probably want another meat rack for another mutton. Where are you going, man? Oh, okay. No, you're working. Now, one thing I have noticed is they run around a lot. So if you tell them to clean a specific area, they'll spend a lot less time, like, walking and a lot more time cleaning, which is a good way to have them, like, do things correctly. And now I'm having them polish the floors. Just get them nice and clean.
My bottle has a round entrance. Could I be an honorary halfling?
No. So, one more meal served to a tier 2 patron, and we'll hit a 2-star tavern. Oh, Mary Woodfox. Hey, Mary. What's going on?
An elderly woman enters the tavern carrying a loaf of bread. She waves it at you with a twinkle in her eye. Bought this bread here. It's a decent local loaf, no mistake, but it got me thinking that you might be interested in my old oven. Bread is so much lovelier when you bake it yourself, after all. You hear a sharp whistle, and a team of sweating movers heave a huge stone bread oven through the front door. They nod amiably as they shuffle slowly past with it.
That's a big oven.
Dear, my hands and this oven provided daily bread for all 14 of my children for decades, and for their children after. But I'm getting older now, and these hands have done enough kneading for a lifetime. Time I gave them a rest. She pats the side of the oven gently. Anyway, my children have their own families to bake for, and their own ovens besides, as it should be.
Well, thank you. I'll bake lots of bread.
Good. I knew you were a dear. With you baking in it, this old oven will still be feeding families just the way it always fed mine. It will have a purpose again. The woman places an affectionate hand on your cheek, patting it twice. That'll do my heart good.
Nice. We got a free bread oven. I obviously can't put it in here. There's just simply not enough room. But you bake bread in batches and make it ready and available. So you don't actually need to bake bread where people work. You can bake bread, like I could bake it over here if I wanted to. So we will be setting that up soon. And there's our beer stocks. Good. So we have enough beer for the day. In fact, I might want to order more beer, like, soon. And let's put another barrel rack in our bar storage. Okay, kitchen. So bread oven is that big. So let's go ahead and set up a kitchen here. Don't confirm. I need to move this first. I don't want it nuked. Then, a storeroom. In the storeroom, we'll have a shelf. And this is going to be for flour. And then we're also going to want a shelf for water. So this will be reserved for fresh water. And then down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to manage the stocks of fresh water where we are interested in getting 60. 60 because that will fill both this shelf and that shelf. Anything more than like 30 will do, but 60 will work best. Then we're gonna need to order some flour, and let's not skimp. So there's fine flour and coarse flour. I'm gonna go with fine. 2 bags of fine flour, please. And then once we have the fine flour delivered, we'll design a bread recipe, request bread, and bake it. I might change some things around. Well, no, if I have a bread oven going, I'll keep the orc GMT on cooking as well. All right, other things we're going to want in here, lighting, little lantern. This is not correct. Reserve for breakfast rolls, even though I'm not going to actually put breakfast. Okay, what are you doing? Yeah, I broke him. All right, let's build another larder shelf. He had nowhere to put that stuff. Alright. This is now reserved for fine flour. And now that we have the flour,
Our food has earned a 2-star rating.
that's what I'm talking about. Now that we have the flour, let's put it together. So a side of bread, fresh water, and flour equals bread. Lower the price a little bit to make people happy. Cheap, 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 cheap bread. We're like Olive Garden. And now this is our official side. So what I'm planning on doing is phasing out breakfast rolls, and then once we sell out our breakfast rolls, I'll just make our own bread. Our characters have 3 bars, and some have 2 colors in the speed. Are you talking about this? This little notch here? Or something else? Or are you talking about tasks? Alright, so now that we have the bread recipe, we go to Manage Stocks, scroll down, and I'm going to try to stock 20 bread at all times. No, the middle of the blue bar? The movement speed? Like how quickly people move? It's varying by mood and like whether they're like anxious to attend a task or whatever. You know, whether they're carrying it at them, whether they have a designated role, and so on and so forth. And here's this star. Our second star. Ooh,
2
smells like a foot.
stars? Quite the feat. I like to see my protagonist rising in the world.
Awesome. A mayor sent us a letter. My best friend, the Tavern Keeper. Wow, best friend, huh? That's a lot. 2-star tavern here in Halflington? We'd never have such a thing. What a treat. We've enclosed another gift of gold to celebrate. You can use it to build a stage. We'll send a Harvest Festival organizer to take a look once you have it ready.
At last, you're able to build a stage, home of song and story, without which any tavern is sorely lacking.
So a stage is a taproom thing. Did I have any free variants of anything? No. So here it is. We'll plop a stage right here for entertainment.
Now that we have a stage, we should book an entertainer. We can use the patron attraction board for that.
Storeroom, can't find Mudweiser anywhere. Okay. Let's not serve it then. Druid's Foot it is. So, now that we have a stage, we go to the patron attraction board. You click on this button up here, book entertainers, and you can book entertainment. So, tomorrow at 6 or like 5 to 8 p.m. we'll have 3-leg Mike. No, we'll do Scarlet Will. Will be in our entertainment.
Wow, a real entertainer will perform here. For us. And for the patrons, I guess.
Oh, that's an annoying spot. Blocks the stocks. For here, Golden Heart Carrots. Golden Heart Carrot. Actually, reserve this whole thing for Golden Heart Carrots. I'm trying to get them to, like, organize their stocks a little bit better, but they're doing a slapdash job of it. And we're still waiting on our first bread. Although, it's being baked now by Slotus. Does that help the temperature? Not really. There we go. Bread's in the oven. Awesome. Alright, let's look at our stocks. So we got decent booze, decent farm hens. Breakfast rolls are being phased out. We're still requesting the bread. We are using the fine flour. I'm going to need more of that. So let's order more fine flour. So the bread rolls themselves cost, well, disregarding labor costs, about 2.4 gold per roll. And I'm selling them for 5, which is really cheap. I'll buy 2 more flour. I have a lot of money, I realize. So let's see. Lighting, chandelier. And chandelier here as well. A little bit better lighting. I might need another dog's body. There's like a lot of hauling tasks and fire tasks that need doing. I'm also going to tell Azrados to, despite the fact that it's not really his job, to maintain the stoves, because people are going to want to be warm while they sleep. Alright, Air Dog is unhappy, but not really. He'll be fine. And boom, the bread is done. Alright, we have another reservation request. This group wants food, drink, 1-star tavern open, and it happens to coincide with our opening hours, so sure. Also, at this point, I can probably feed, because I have a lot of extra gold, I'm going to feed this as much as it can to know everything and to see everything. It's a lot of money, but I figure I'd just show you. So now we can visibly see everyone that will come within the next 2 days. All of their needs, all their expectations, when the rushes will be. And if you wanted to really granularly drill down like on a granular level, what you could do is you could schedule your entertainment when people are here. So like there's going to be a lot of people in the bar at this hour, so I can schedule entertainment there, and then maybe reschedule Scarlet Will here when there's a lot more people as well. You know, starting to plan more strategically like that. And that's one of the things the attraction board can really help you do if you want to start micromanaging. Because on harder difficulties, you definitely need a lot of micromanagement. This game is pretty difficult. 2 farm hens spoiling. That's fine. Look at that spotless floor.
Have you checked the timeline recently?
Uh-oh. This dartboard's about to go kaput. And here's our entertainer.
You overhear a halfling at the bar mention your name and drift over to listen in as a staffer points him in your direction. He turns your way, beaming. Ah, the proprietor! Delighted to meet you. I'm one of the organisers of the Harvest Festival, a week of feasts and competitions. You've heard of it, yes? As this establishment will be a hub of activity, we were hoping you would install some voting booths here in your tavern.
A voting booth? What for?
The townsfolk need handy places to vote for the contestants each day, of course. His smile grows wider. We'll have staring contests, log throwing contests, eating contests, log eating contests, you name it. We do so love a friendly competition, especially me. I love them the most. Oh, and I'm sure you'll be interested in the Best Guild contest. You've been nominated to represent the Tavern Keepers Guild after all.
Who am I competing against?
Great question. You'll be competing against 3 of the finest guild chapters in all of Halflington. He ticks them off on his fingers. The local chapters of the Brewers Guild, the Philosophers Guild, and the Thieves Guild. A fine group of apples and oranges to compare. I can't wait.
Thieves Guild? Who's going to vote for thieves?
Only everyone. The local branch are very good thieves. Some of the best in the land. We're very proud of them. He smiles fondly as he checks to make sure his coin purse is still attached to his belt. If there's a way to steal enough votes to win, they'll find it. You'll need to hustle to keep ahead of that lot.
Isn't stealing votes just cheating?
The shock on his face seems genuine. Goodness, no. Is serving drinks just cheating? Is roasting rats and charging people to eat them cheating? What else do you do? Is renting a room to a competitor and locking him inside until the festival is over cheating? Actually, yes, that would be cheating. Please don't do that. Point is, you compete in your way and the Thieves Guild will compete in theirs.
Well, how do the philosophers compete?
Ah, an existentially fascinating question. Why indeed? Why do any of us compete in anything? Is it for fun? For validation? Or heck, is it just desperately shouting into the deep yawning chasm that we all have inside to prove we exist? He laughs and slaps you fondly on the shoulder. Nuts if I know! But hey, that's exactly the kind of thing you should ask the Philosophers Guild.
I bet it's the yawning void thing.
There's a faraway look on his face as he nods. I think it is too. Think about it a lot, actually. Brave sorts, those philosophers, thinking about that stuff for us. Ought to win an award. It's hard to tell if he's talking to you or to himself, but either way the guy could probably use a drink. You leave him to his pondering and signal for a server.
Build voting booths. So in the hallway here, we've got a voting booth. And this is where they can vote for, like, best guild. There we go,
They must
2 voting booths.
really trust you to make the tavern a voting centre. You're a veritable pillar of the community. All over Halflington, revellers are getting ready for the upcoming festival. That means a lull in business for you and a chance to make preparations of your own.
So here, the bonus for an entertainer is increased patience and speed for the staff. So it's really good to have entertainment during surge hours because you'll get more done. All right, so here is the preparation for the Harvest Festival. Have at least 4 taps, have at least 4 bar counters, have at least 4 tables. Thank you for tuning in to Tavern Keeper, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Tavern Keepers.